All right, class. Does anyone know how many days are left of school?
14.
14, not counting today. Yeah, 14. Good. Matthew. Good job. I'll bet you when there were 138 days left, you knew that too, didn't you?
Mr. Dahmer, I'm having some nuts. That is, some nuts with some other things because I have some trail mix.
Wow. You know, I like trail mix too, but there's one item in there I'm not crazy about at all. I don't like it. And it kind of keeps me away from trail mix.
Let me guess, raisins?
Yes, I'm not a raisins guy. Yes, I like grapes, but grapes are not raisins. I just don't like raisins.
I like raisins, but just not when they're in cooking or baking.
I don't
I
like them.
But like,
I don't like them out of the box. I don't like them in my. I don't like them in my cookies either. I don't like the raisins in there. I don't keep them out of there. So here's a story. I just thought of it. This is a story I read in a newspaper article a long time ago. This man was in a movie theater, and you know, you buy your popcorn, you buy your candy and drink, whatever. Guess what he bought? He bought Raisinets. Raisinets. You know what Raisinets are? You know what they are? They would know. The candy.
chocolate covered raisins.
Yes, Raisinets. He bought a box of those. He got his Milk Duds and he got his goobers, I guess they're called, whatever. So he's sitting in the movie theater. It's dark in the movie theater. All right, it's dark. He's got his box of Raisinets, and what's he doing? He's not so much putting his hand in there to pull out the Raisinets to eat them. How do you eat Raisinets? Which I don't, because I don't like Raisinets. How do you eat them? Out of a box in a movie theater. How do you eat them? Everybody in the chat, either say you don't or tell me how you do it. Say you don't eat them, or you tell me how you do them. Is anyone even here?
Eating Raisinets or raisins?
Oh, yeah, Raisinets. How do you eat them out of a box? Anyone know? I don't have a box. I don't know. Let's say this is my box of Raisinets. You take the box, you kind of, all right, you just tilt the box, and you let them pour out of your box into your mouth, right? Well, guess what? I'll tell you this one. The man was eating Raisinets, and how should they be when you chew them? What should it be like? Kind of gooey, right? Kind of gooey past the chocolate, and then guess what? They were gooey and chocolatey, but they were also kind of crunchy, you know. And guess what? He's eating them more, and something was the matter. So he got up, he walks out into the lobby where their light is on, right? And what does he see? A bunch of maggots in the box. I know. Look at Matthew. He's like, oh, yeah, there you go. Daniel, how do you like that story?
It was pretty good.
So what are you guys gonna do next time you go to a movie theater? You're not gonna buy a box of candy. You're gonna buy the popcorn. And which popcorn do you buy? You buy the biggest one because you get a refill on it, right? So, all right. So let's do attendance, and when you're right to Photoshop, I'm gonna show you how to set up and I'll do a mock presentation of your Photo Mashup dealio, okay? So I'll show you an easy way to get it together, make it look good.
You gonna be recording this?
It's recording right now. Yeah. So yeah, we can record this and put it on the line, I guess. I'll cut it down to, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I might put the whole thing on there. So
Sean's just paranoid.
no, that's fair. Why not? You know, he's still paying attention now. It's just that he wants to also have it, you know, for later. So let me do attendance first, and we'll get right to it. All right. So and here's, oh, Nathan Levis is just getting here. Sean, while I'm doing attendance, I want you to tell Nathan Levis the story about the goobers, or about the Raisinets. Go ahead. Not in the chat. You got to tell him. Tell him on the mic.
Well,
Nathan, can you hear us yet?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry,
and there was a guy sitting by him,
Hang on, wait, Nathan, wait. What you missed something. So Sean, I'm gonna take attendance while Sean tells you what happens. Go.
So Mr. Dahmer went to a theater.
No. I read an article in a newspaper.
But he read an article in a
It wasn't
newspaper
me. All right.
where a guy was sitting in the theater eating Raisinets, but he felt something strange. So I went outside.
Oh yeah, no cockroaches or flies or maggots or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some maggots in there.
heard that last class. Funnily enough, or
See, it happens in a lot of classes, I guess. Oh wait, I told that story in here already.
or maybe you told us already. Yeah,
Did I tell that in this class already?
I think so. Or yeah,
Someone could have cut me off and told me that. You guys.
why are people saying? What's happening in the chat? I'm confused on this.
I'm not even looking at the chat. I don't know.
Chandler? What?
Okay, guys, it's an inside joke for me and Ignacio. His parents call me John instead of Sean. Like
It's how you say Sean in Spanish.
exactly. So it always sounds really weird. No offense, Ignacio. I don't mean to say your parents are weird. I'm just saying the way they
I
say.
know you don't need to clarify that. It's all good.
I don't know.
I'm almost there, folks. I know in the excitement of the maggots, I have to set up this. Daniel, have you done any of the Photoshop thingies yet?
Not yet. Just been kind of busy with work.
Yeah, I've been busy too. I told my friend, I said, he was wondering, he's getting nervous, because he's got to have it. And I said, well, my big day is tonight and Saturday. I'm going to be working on a bunch of them. So anyway, I'm getting there. All right. And does anybody know any jokes? I've got one. You guys want to hear a new one?
Yeah.
Why did the M&M go back to school?
Why?
Because he wanted to be a smarty.
Nice.
You get it? That was told by a student in my 5th period class yesterday. Because I asked him, I had to restart my computer. I said, look, tell a joke while I'm doing this, and he didn't know any. I said, look one up. He looked it up on the internet. So
Mr. Dahmer, look, I just don't get politics. So if this is your way of highbrow political humor, I just don't get it. Okay.
oh, I am apolitical at school. Yeah, you wouldn't know if I vote for one guy or the other. You'll never know. I'll never say.
No, that joke didn't sound apolitical though.
Oh, you did
Man.
say you voted for a guy though.
Hey,
so that
I've got
matters.
another one though. Check it out. Why did the Reese's Pieces go back to school? Do I know that one?
I don't know.
Because he wanted to be a smarty.
I had a
See what I
feeling.
did there? See what I did there? I changed the M&M to a Reese's Pieces. It looked similar,
Yeah.
and I can make the same joke out of it. See? Well, I got one more. Why did this Skittle go back to school?
We guessed to be a smarty.
There you go. See what I did there? I changed it from an M&M to a Reese's Piece to a Skittle.
Yeah.
All right.
Ronda's a comedic genius.
Malin.
She's gonna-
Malin is
My
Here,
unironic
Dylan's
political
here.
ideology is
Josue Diaz. Lopez
accelerationist, anarcho-primitivist.
is here.
Shut up, Nate.
Aiden Fowler is absent. Matthew Fullerton's here. Valdo is absent. Raina is here. Daniel's here. Michael Bardwell is here. Trevor's here. Ruben's here. Luis Chavez Garcia is here. Neo's here. Sean's here. Nathan's here. Stephanie Lopez is here. Ignacio's here. Sebastian is here. Maya Reader is absent. Camille Rice is absent. Unless I'm wrong, let me know. Omar is here. Clark is here. Jamila Tajik. Jamila, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What'd you think of my story about the movie theater?
Cool.
All right. How'd you like my joke about the M&M?
It was funny.
See, there you go. It's the one you can tell at school, you know, because most of my jokes I can't tell at school. Alexander V is here, and Alexis Amor Santa Cruz is here. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my. I'm going to load up Photoshop and share my screen, and then I'll know what time we're doing the recording here. So let's start recording, or put a time mark on here. I'm going to share my screen to Photoshop. Okay, so here's the assignment, and we're going to talk about what it looks like first, so we know where we're going with this. So I'm gonna have to reshare it with another screen. Okay, so here's the assignment. Here's the one I found, and I'll show you what I made, but this is the one I found. You're going to be taking 30 or 35 pictures, give or take, and using the best ones for, it's called a photo mashup, where you make a 10-inch by 8-inch file in Photoshop at 300 resolution. I'll demonstrate that. And then you take a whole bunch of different pictures of an object or a thing or something that, you know, has different angles and all that. And this person got a pair of sneakers, Converse sneakers, and got all different types of angles and pictures from that. Okay, so, and put it together. Notice the white lines between all these are consistent. They're all the same. Okay, there's a number of ways of doing this. I'm going to show you one today. All right, so, and another example is one I made. I decided to take one of my old cars out to Camp Far West. I parked it. This is the big one. This is my anchor photo here. But I parked the car in a spot that I thought looked nice because I didn't want to park it in my driveway or my neighborhood, and you can see houses or garbage cans or whatever. I wanted to showcase the car, so I drove it out to a nice place and put it there. That's what a car magazine would do, you know. You'd go out to a place that's neutral, you know, or you see they might go to like a industrial park or something cool for the car, right? So this is a nice place, I thought, and I got a whole bunch of pictures of the interior of the car, the exterior lights, and the engine. Some of these I took while it was in my garage. Actually, I took my engine apart for that, you know, so, or uncovered it. So, you know. So what I did with this one, I put this picture here first, and then I started building pictures around that one, and then I built out from there. That's how I ended up making this thing. So I'm going to show you how I do something like this using a brand new document in Photoshop. So I'll share Photoshop again and show what's going on. So start to finish. So Photoshop's open. You want to go to create new. Create a new document, and this comes up. Now, I was doing the same thing last time. Yours might not be set the same place. I put mine on inches, and then I made it 10 inches wide by 8 inches tall at 300 resolution. That's important. Okay, you have other presets in here that you can put things on. You can choose, but notice it's changing here as I click on them. And then I have for web, I click on one of these, it might be 72 resolution. So the internet is good for 72 resolution. That's all you need it. But if you're going to print something, you want to have it at 300 resolution. To go higher than 300 resolution is not going to help you. It's just going to make your files bigger, but it won't make it look any different. So 300 is the maximum you need to go to. So I need to change this over to inches, and I want the width to be 10. And I want the height to be 8, and I want the resolution to be 300. Okay, and I'm gonna hit create. So this is the document. 8 by 10 is a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11, because I want to be able to take these that you guys make, and if I print them or whatever, I can put them on these documents and have a border and have a spot for your name underneath and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I make an 8x10, so I can print it out on an 8x11. So with this, first thing I want to do is I want to import some pictures in this and start my project. Let's say, for example, I have a bunch of pictures I've taken. Okay, just go put the pictures in a folder in a location on your computer where you know where you're working. Okay, I'm gonna use pictures from I don't know where. Let's say I'm gonna get them from well, 2 nights ago I took pictures of basketball, so I'll do that. Now, when you have pictures, you can right mouse click and go to view. I don't know if you know this, but you can change the view from details to list. Use a list of all my pictures. I can go to list or view again. I can go to large icons and get a little thumbnail picture so I have an idea about which one I'm looking at. And then, or I can go to view extra large icons to see a little bigger picture. It doesn't matter, right? Just keep in mind that this folder is full of NEF files and JPEG files. So I want to get the JPEGs, okay? So let's say I want to get this picture right. Well, I'm going to use this one first, this one right here. Okay, so I want to open this thing up. So here's the picture. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that picture. How did I get that picture? Well, I'm sitting on the floor. I'm sitting on my butt on the floor in the gym, my back against the wall, and there's a big pad against the wall that's like a running into pad for the players in case they overrun the basket on a layup or a dunk or something. I'm just sitting just outside of that where that pad is right there. So I'm kind of safe sitting there I'm outside the lines. It's all good. Referees don't hassle me because I'm outside. And so that's why I get that angle shooting upwards at it. And then, these guys come in for a layup. That's Brandon. And, that ended up being my best picture that night. So anyway, I want to get this picture. 2 ways I can get the picture over to my document. So notice I open it in Photoshop. There's my original picture, my file I'm going to start adding to. And then the next tab over, because I opened it, here's the picture. Okay. I can move it, get a couple ways to get over there. One is I can get this move tool. I can grab the picture and just drag it up. I'm holding the mouse on it. I'm dragging it up to this. I get the tab and I'm gonna come back down on it. By the way, this is a 19 by 13 inch picture. So it's gonna be super huge. I'll have to bring it down in size, okay? So I'm gonna let go of it. It's pretty big. I'm gonna go Control minus a few times so I can see my handles. If your handles are not turned on, with the move tool selected, click on this Show Transform Controls button right here, okay? So I can see it from this. I can bring it down in size and relocate it also and bring it down in size, something usable. Don't bring in pictures that are small and try to make them bigger. You can only bring in pictures that are big enough and then bring it smaller. If you make them bigger, you're gonna pixelate and it's gonna look like it's blurry or pixelated. It's not gonna look good. Make sure you bring it to it's smaller, okay? So let's say I want this one to be, let's say I want to put it right here, okay? For example, I'm gonna leave a space here for smaller pictures. So there you go. I'm gonna hit enter. So it takes it. I'm gonna hit Control plus to zoom back into what I'm working on here. Okay. So there's one picture. Okay. I'm done with this one. I don't need any more. I can close it. Okay. And I'm gonna show you another way of bringing a picture in. So I'm gonna go to File, Open. I'll go to another picture, and let's say I want this picture. Okay. I'll open that one. So there's that picture. His braids are flying there. He's getting the hassle. So let's say I don't want the entire picture. I just want some of it. I can get this marquee, or rectangular marquee tool. I want to go around. Let's say I just want this part of the picture right here. All right. I can do this again. I can get the move tool. I can click and hold it, drag that part up to the tab where I'm working, come back down and let go. And then the picture's on there. Bring it down in size, same way. Or another way you can do it is hit a dragon, because it might be a hassle for you to drag if you're using your, if you don't have a mouse, if you're using just your pad or the Surface Pro pen, I'm not sure what you're using. So I have this here. What I want to do instead is I want to copy. All right. So if I do this again, I drag around the picture I want like this, and I go Control C, just copy it, then go over to the picture, the image, and then Control V as in victory to paste it. And then I'll back out, turn on my show transform controls, and then I have to bring it back down in size again. All right, so, all right, and then I'm going to take it down a little bit more because I want, I want this picture to be the biggest picture on the spread. All right, I prefer that you don't make people try to decide which the one picture you look at first. Usually it's the biggest picture. You look at that first, and then you can go around and look at other things. Okay, so make one the dominant picture, and then you got the rest. Make whatever size. All right, so I like that in that position there. I'm going to put on, I think, maybe 2 or 3 more pictures, and then I'm going to get going here. So real quick, I'm going to open another picture. I don't know. I'm going to find one that might look good. Some of these are blurry, some are not. If I go into it, oops. All right, so I'll go into, let's see, I want this one. All right, so I'll get that. And while I'm at it, yeah, let's take this. Be like that. A little extra on there, and then copy it, go over here and paste it. Show transform controls, so I can see my handles. And bring it down in size and reposition it, bring it in. All right, and then I'll just add one more just so because I got to straight up put the lines on here. And then you got to hit enter, by the way, once you put it there, so it takes it. All right, so it accepts the change. I'm going to go to open. I'll do one more. Say a team team shot. So there's that. I'm going to get this and get what I want for the team here. They're got a timeout. They're doing some chalk talk or whatever it is. Whiteboard talk. I'll do it this way. I'll take this. I'll drag it up. Still holding it. I didn't let go yet. Just bring it back down and then let go. And whoop. Put on the wrong one. Because my screen is small. That's the untitled one I have. So hang on. Make my screen bigger so I can see it. So take this and drag it up to the right one, which is untitled right now, and put it down. There it is. It's a big picture. Bring it down in size. Okay. And then I'm going to put this one right there. I'm going to show you why I'm doing that, just for example. Okay. So far, so good, right? I think we're clear on how to get pictures on here, right? You see how I'm building this thing? There's no set layout. I didn't put grid lines on here and all that. You can make it any which way you want, but now I need to put lines on here. There's a way I discovered how to put lines on here pretty easily. But what you want to do, if you notice in the layers here, see how it says layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to put this back. Whoops. Put that back so you can see that a little bigger. Okay, a little bit. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the layers. I can hit these eyeballs on each one of these, and okay, and then layer 1 is nothing. Okay, so what I want to do, once you have all your pictures on there, I need to put white lines on here. It needs to be consistent. So I'm going to add a layer on top of layer 5. I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to call it lines. And I'll call it 0, 1, line 0, 1. I'll need more lines. So what you need to do is, the one way I discovered to do it, I can hold down that rectangular marquee tool and go to, I have a single row marquee tool and a single column marquee tool. So I'm going to do the single column one first. Okay, single column. And Now this is when you do this when you're done with all the pictures. All right, I just put 4 on here now just to show you how to do it. But you'd want to fill up your page and do it then, because you could do it one at a time if you wanted to, but it's just more work. So I need to click on here somewhere. And if you see where my cursor is here, I'm going to click on it right between these 2 pictures right here. If I click, it puts a line up and down there. It's a marquee line going up and down. I want to apply a stroke to that marquee line. When you apply a stroke in Photoshop is a line, what that is. I want to apply one. So I'm going to go to Edit, Stroke. And then, now I was here before and I made it, a certain width. The stroke might be on black to start. I don't know what it's going to be on, but I want to make the color of it white. And that you can find for white, but just go to the upper left corner on any of these colors. Just go up upper left and makes it white. And then there's different color strokes. I'm going to go with, I think I've been here before. I'm going to go with 18 for a stroke between the pictures. Okay, so watch what happens here. I'm going to go okay, and then if you noticed, it kind of made it a white line in between. So I'm going to deselect that. Oops, hang on, I hit Control Z. So I'm going to go Control D to deselect it, and now you see there's a white line that goes from the whole top all the way down to the bottom. Okay, if I take all these off, no, it's not going to show it that way. So look, the line goes from the top all the way to the bottom, and I can prove it to you by, if I just take this one and put that here, you see that white line that is on top of this picture. If I hover over it like that, hover behind it. So that line is going from top to bottom, okay? So what you're gonna wanna do is once you get it on there, you're gonna get the marquee, the regular rectangular marquee tool, and then you can drag from here to the top. I'm on the lines layer, meaning there's nothing else selected. I'm only on the lines layer. And then I would hit delete and get rid of it. And then from this one to the bottom also. Let me put a line horizontally on now, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that, okay? So the next, I'm going to put a horizontal line here. I'm going to go to the same place, hold it. I'm going to go to the single column, nope, the single row marquee tool. All right, and I want to put a line between these 2 pictures right here, okay? But I don't want it to go across here and here. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to click it. There's my line going across the whole page. I'm going to apply that stroke again, and it'll remember the last time I was here. So go to Edit, Stroke. It's going to be on 18 white. Just hit it, and there you go. It's going across the whole thing. All right, but I need to be on a different layer. So I'm going to go to a new layer. I screwed that up. So lines, see each one, make a new layer. Okay, if you screw up like I just did, you just undo it and reapply it. Okay, so there's lines 2. I'm going to go to Edit, Stroke, you put it on there. So what I have is a line going right through that picture. It's not cutting the picture because it's not really there, right? So Control D will deselect it, all right? But I do want to keep these 2 separated. So what I'll do is go back to my rectangular marquee tool, all right? And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see better here. And so I can work better. I've got a pretty giant monitor in the back room here, but if I put this Photoshop over the whole monitor, everything gets super tiny for you guys like that. So I don't need all this extra space for you, so anyway, that's why I do this. Anyway, from this point here to the end, I don't want it. So on the lines layer, I'm going on lines 2, I'm going to click here. I'm going to go from here. Get it just right. Highlight from there over to here, and then simply delete, and it gets rid of it. And what I have left is this line from there to there. And if you can't get it just right, now you can, I can zoom in super close and get it just right. So you see here, it's okay that more of the line is on the top picture than the bottom one. You're just covering them. It's okay, right? I mean, if you wanted to, I think you can still move it like that. And I can still take this end, I can adjust it, pretty easy. And then You know, I can get it. I'm talking just right on there. So that's how you can apply these lines on here. And then when you click off of it, it just looks like they're separated, but they're going to be consistent. I'm going to do one more and then you guys have at it because, I mean, gee whiz, how long can you sit here and listen to me talk? So I'm going to do this because you guys want to get your hands on this and do it. So I'm going to click the line. It's going up and down right through there. I'm going to apply that stroke, edit. Whoops. I'm going to go to a new layer. I was on nothing there. Line 03. Yeah, you'll end up with maybe line 17. Depends on how many you end up doing. And then there it is. I'm on that one. I think I can do it now. Stroke that one. And there, I put it on there. And again, when you have more pictures here and there, you're going to want to get your marquee tool and you're going to want to delete. Let's say, for example, I'll just borrow this one and put it there. Let's say there were pictures up there. It's like, hey, let's cut that picture off. Well, no problem. You're on lines 3, get your marquee tool, let's go through, and you want to delete just the line that's going through that picture. And then do the same for down here. So it's super easy just to highlight around. If you're on the right layer, it's easy to go around and delete what you don't want. And, you know, that it'll be just fine, you know? So you see how this works? If I put this picture down here, there is a line there. It is on layer 3, line 3. Not layer 3, it's on lines 3. It's there. And I can actually take the line and I can move that line. I'm just showing you a way of putting them there and adjusting them. All right. So, all right, everybody in the chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to put a 1 if you still have no idea what I'm talking about, or put a 10 if you feel that you're pretty comfortable with doing this exercise, doing this project. You can put pictures on there and you can put lines in between the stuff successfully. 8 would be pretty good. 9 is pretty good, but 10 is that you got it. So put that in the chat now. I'm just looking to see. It can be to everybody. I want to see how we're doing because, you know, I'm going to put you guys into breakout rooms and let you work a little bit. I'm going to come visit people to help people out. Okay. I want to make sure because if I got anything less than a 10, this is not a score about me. It's more about a score about how you understand it, but it's essentially telling me how I did it, you know, explaining it. So I want to make sure I'm clear. So I'll explain it to you and I was showing you. What I didn't do was put it in writing, but you know, maybe you need that. All right. So that is that. If you guys don't, if you don't have pictures taken yet for this project, you'll be doing it this weekend, which is fine. I recommend you just get 5 pictures of anything like I just did. Just get 5 pictures. And I want you to try this. Just try it. Just make sure you can use those tools correctly and you know how to do that. That's the remainder of today. And then I'm gonna make 4 breakout rooms, 4, and I want you to put yourself in one of those, okay? So that I can come and help people out without bugging the whole class, but you might benefit from hearing whatever. So I'm gonna make, while I'm making them, speak up now if you have a question for me, okay? Because I'll answer it. I'm gonna make 5 rooms. Yeah, I'll make 5 rooms. That means 4 to 5 people in a room. Okay. You guys ready? Okay, is everybody happy? All right. Thanks for all your responses in there. A whole bunch of people put a bunch of high numbers. That's good. So I'm gonna come visit people who had less than a 10, by the way, first. Okay. So here we go. Okay, Jamila. Jamila Tajik, do you hear me? Earth to Jamila, do you read?
She just responded in chat.
Oh, who has chat? Come on. Jamila, it's in a breakout room here. You can turn your microphone on and say something. Come on. Come on, this is Zoom, you know? Zoom, you know? So Jamila, how can I help you? Or do you need help? Okay, so you're good. All right. That's fine. Everyone else in here is good because I'm going to help out others in other rooms. Okay. I got a couple messages. Okay. Is everybody happy? All right. Get a Photoshop file open and give it a try. All right. Make sure the thing's working for you. Okay. All right. All right.